the fourth generation of video game consoles, often referred to as the 16-bit era, marked a significant evolution in gaming, particularly in terms of graphics, sound, and gameplay complexity. Here's an outline of its development timeline from 1985 to 2003, precursor and development phase. 1985 to 1989. 1985, development of 16-bit consoles began as companies aimed to succeed the 8-bit generation. For example, NES, Sega Master System, and NEC started working on the PC Engine, TurboGrafx-16, to combine advanced graphics with affordability. Sega began designing the Mega Drive, Genesis, with the focus on arcade-like performance. 1987, and NEC launched the PC Engine in Japan, featuring a custom 16-bit graphics processor. This marked the unofficial start of the fourth generation. Sega introduced the Mega Drive in Japan, challenging Nintendo's dominance. Nintendo begins planning the since 1988, and NEC prepared the PC Engine for North America, rebranding it as the TurboGrafx-16. 1989. Sega released the Mega Drive in North America as the Genesis, accompanied by marketing campaigns targeting older players. NEC launched the TurboGrafx-16 in the United States but struggled due to limited third-party support. Peak competition phase, 1990 to 1994. 1990, Nintendo unveiled the Super Famicom, Super Nintendo Entertainment System, SNES, in Japan, directly competing with Sega and NEC. The Neo Geo, a high-end console from SNK, debuted with arcade-quality games but at a premium price. 1991, SNES launched in North America and Europe, featuring iconic titles like Super Mario World. Sega gained ground with the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise, which became a cultural phenomenon. 1992, CD-based add-ons emerged to expand capabilities. Sega released the Sega CD, but its high cost and limited library limited its impact. NEC attempted the TurboGrafx CD, which faced similar challenges. 1993, Atari re-entered the market with the Jaguar, promoting it as a 64-bit system, though it struggled with game quality and developer support. The fourth generation began facing competition from early 5th generation systems like the Panasonic 3DO. Decline and transition to the fifth generation, 1995 to 1999. 1994, Sony's PlayStation and Sega's Saturn launched in Japan, marking the official start of the fifth generation. The fourth generation consoles began losing market share. 1995 to 1996, Sega and Nintendo continued supporting their 16-bit consoles with late-era hits, Donkey Kong Country for instance, Sonic 3 Knuckles for Genesis. By 1996, both companies shifted focus entirely to their 5th generation consoles. 1997, Neo Geo's continued production, maintaining a niche audience for fighting games like the King of Fighters. Legacy phase, 2000 to 2003. 2000, Sega officially discontinued the Genesis, since and other 16-bit consoles were already out of production. 2003, SNK ceased Neo Geo's production, marking the true end of the fourth generation as a commercially active era. Key highlights: dominant players, Sega Genesis, SNES, TurboGrafx-16. Innovations, 16-bit graphics, CD add-ons, advanced sound chips, and iconic franchises, Super Mario, Sonic the Hedgehog, Street Fighter II. Transition to the fifth generation began in 1994, though 4th generation consoles remained popular into the late 1990s. 4.0